From Koreatown, Los Angeles, thank you for tuning in to Ktown Social Club. This is where the world gathers to talk about the issues that affect us all. The only show you'll find that offers perspectives from the far left to the far right. Remember to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, and smash the notification bell. Follow us on Instagram at Ktown Social Club. I'm Michael Kim, joined by Michael Wan, Ed Choi, Doug Kim returns, and today, special guest, Rockstar Eater, Steve Cha.
Steve Cha.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Rockstar Eater.
You have to talk like that the whole time. You
No.
do
I was
realize
looking
that.
at Doug's reaction, his facial reactions, should
Like,
be clipped.
are we in the 1990s? And
Casey Kasem.
We're trying to do the radio thing.
What-
Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on Ktown Social Club. So thanks for joining us, Steve.
Was that your Tom Likas voice initially?
Until I figure out a new
Okay,
thing,
Tom
I'm just
Likas
going to
voice
keep
is
doing the
good.
Tom
Give it
Likas
Tom.
thing. All right, so those of you who aren't aware, Steve is a big-time YouTuber. He has a channel called Rockstar Eater. It has over 154,000 subscribers. He's also on Instagram, Rockstar Eater, with over 61,000 followers. Congratulations. We do YouTube also. It's not easy to do that. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Ed is also like a online dude. He's got like
an online dude.
TikTok and
influencer
Instagram,
dude.
right?
He's got like 500, how many? 550 on
Something like that.
on
That should be your new
TikTok.
shirt. Online dude.
That's a
Online
lot.
dude.
Online dude.
Arrow.
Online dude. TikTok,
I'm an online
Instagram. TikTok /
That's what I
Instagram.
tell my dates now.
Yeah. And Douglas, he's also an online dude.
Yeah, he's an online dude.
He's
I'm an online dude in a different way.
Twitter.
he's
/
like
All a little different.
he's a political commentator, theorist, activist.
I'm a dude who does things.
he screams
And
at the internet
does a
too.
lot of
I'm
trolling
just a
too,
dog
right?
who chases cars. I don't even know what I'd do if I caught one.
His do you watch World Series of Poker?
I don't.
You've heard of it though.
I haven't. No.
I haven't either. It's
It's
pretty,
been around back in the 2000s.
Okay.
right?
No, I mean they still do it.
They
but
do, but in
On
its
ESPN?
heyday was like in the early
In
mid
2000,
2000s.
Huge.
2006,
Yeah.
the
Huge.
main winner, he won with $12 million, right? Jamie Gold.
Yep.
Yeah, so the number one guy in 2006 won $12 million. What number were you?
7th.
Was that the inaugural event, the first event, the one that you won? The
Like
seventh?
of all time?
Is that the first?
No,
event?
it was
on
1970.
ESPN. I'm talking about on ESPN.
Yeah, and
Anyway.
ESPN probably started in the 1990s.
Oh, did they?
How much
Okay,
did you
okay.
win?
2.4 around.
So that inflation-wise, it would be how much around this time? It would be like probably 7-8 million, right?
I don't think
If
I
you
don't know.
Consider that.
This is
No,
weird.
that's
Not that
not how inflation
lot, yeah.
works. But
Not
That's
to
a
that
lot.
extent. Okay.
But anyway, that's Doug's thing, and he also does politics. He did a TV show called Just Doug.
That's a pilot show. Yeah.
He
That
was
was
also
more
childhood friends with Mark
entertainment.
Zuckerberg.
Okay.
that's not really an accomplishment, but okay.
Well, you guys played
knows Mark
StarCraft
Zuckerberg.
together, didn't you? So
Zuckerberg. did
Again, not an
mention
accomplishment,
about it, right?
but okay.
all right, so yeah, and then Michael, he
Kinda.
was a
Depends on
20-plus
the
year
circle.
journalist, mostly at the Korea Daily Chungangilbo, and now he's at Radio Korea, and he's the number one conservative commentator among Korean Americans.
All right.
Although, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah,
we're talking with the king of eating YouTube. Mukbang.
For
YouTuber,
Koreans, right? I think you're the
For
biggest
Koreans.
Korean American
Aren't you?
mukbang guy, right?
I'm not sure because who else is out there in like LA, Korean American? All I know is I just kind of do my thing, and then that's it. So
When
think
did
you
you
might be
when
number
you
one.
start the mukbang stuff? I guess.
okay, so this channel I started about 5 years ago, so June 2019. So just a little
just
bit
before.
Yeah, just before what happened in 2020.
Sure.
Yeah, so the channel itself, when people say it's a mukbang channel, I don't know if I can quite say it's like really a typical mukbang channel because the inspiration was based off of some other YouTubers that I was watching at the time who did travel and food, like Mark Weens and Mike Chen and Luke Martin and some of these other people who did international travel. So I was very inspired by that content. And even before I got into YouTube, I really liked going out and dining at restaurants, like even after my college days. But at that time, there was really no such thing as YouTube. So I had to upload my content on this site called Zanga, which was popular at that time.
Zanga.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, when did you graduate college?
I graduated in 05.
Oh wow, so you're
Oh,
like
yeah.
our
Yeah, yeah,
age.
yeah.
Are you 83?
No, I'm 84, so I graduated a year early.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
We're the opposite. We graduated late,
Yeah.
so we're the idiots.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're all 40 plus here.
We're
Oh,
40
6
plus.
years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then, like I've always enjoyed the thought of doing food and travel. And after watching those channels, I just decided, hey, why don't I just do it by myself too? And I got into it after I went on a trip to Japan and Korea in 2019 of June. So I captured content there. So if you go to my channel, it's actually the earliest
That's where it
content.
starts.
It's all travel, I saw. Yeah.
Yes. So in the beginning, but then when I came back, I was like, hey, why not just continue to do stuff around LA? And I didn't really know what I was doing at the time, so you just had to kind of learn along the way. But yeah, then Rockstar Eater episode 1 started. First episode was at Bill's Burger in Van Nuys, and ever since then, pumping out 2 to 3 episodes every week until right now.
Okay. You have a camera crew with you, or you do it all by yourself?
People ask me that all the time, and believe it or not, I do it all by
Wow,
myself.
You do.
Yes.
Editing
so
and post everything.
I'm the cameraman, I'm the administrator, I'm the editor.
Do you often go by yourself too, or do you usually have someone that you go eat with? Because that's a lot of food.
Yeah. Yeah. People would always comment about that, whether I eat by myself or I'm with other people. So half the time I'm by myself because there's a lot of work involved in certain travels and getting to certain places and scheduling. But then other times I do have somebody else in the back, like it's a family member sometimes, or at times I do have collaborators who come with me and we
Sure.
do the show together. So I've had some interesting people on my show too over the years. So
Who are some of the most interesting people? Like you recently did one with our Radio Korea, Elaine.
Elaine,
right?
yes. Yeah. So I'm supposed to be doing something with her pretty soon. But in the past, I've had, let's see, I've worked with Mark Wiens himself before.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was the guy who took him around Koreatown when he came here 2 years ago on the Korean food tour. You can actually see it on the channel.
He
And
reached out to you, or how did that happen?
we had a mutual friend actually
Oh,
who
okay.
connected us. Yes. So that otherwise it would have been very difficult to work with somebody like that guy. Yeah, he's a really cool guy though. Yeah. And
Where did you take him?
to all the good spots. Like I think we went to MDK Noodle.
Oh, okay.
MDK noodle.
Myeongdong Gyoza, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, it's just right there. And then we went to Soban restaurant.
Soban.
Yeah,
Okay.
award-winning restaurant, LA Times 101. And then we also went to Agashi Gopchang, the Korean barbecue
Right
restaurant.
over there. Yeah.
Yes. And we had some corn dogs at Two Hands Hot Dog. And then we went to this one restaurant that's across the street from Soban. I think it's called like, it's like, it has duck barbecue.
Sonajang.
That's right. Yeah, I'm
Sonajang.
blanking out on the name. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So we ate at 5 different restaurants in one day. You can imagine how I
Oh,
felt.
jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty like I was about to die at the end of it.
Fall asleep.
Soban's a restaurant where the Academy Award-winning crew, Kisengchung, Parasite members went to. I think after.
Yeah,
the
Bong
Academy-
Joon-ho and those
Yeah.
guys after
the win.
Parasite, they all went there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that.
So this is the episode you did with
Mark Wiens.
Mark
Oh,
Wiens, right?
actually, so it's not this particular one. So you have to type in Mark Wiens and Rockstar Eater on the search.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. You see the one at the bottom?
Oh,
there
here
we
it
go.
is.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you're on his channel.
Yeah.
Who's Mark Ween?
He's one of the top
He has 10 million
food YouTubers.
subscribers,
He's
yeah.
got 10 million subscribers.
Is he kind of like a mukbangist or?
Mukbang, right?
I mean, he travels all over, and he.
Oh, so he's more like a vlogger, travel.
Yeah,
vlogger?
so I would say it's more like. I mean, it is kind of a mukbang, but it also incorporates lifestyle elements too. Because in YouTube, there's a category called lifestyle where it's kind of
Yeah.
like shooting from their perspective, their personality, their interests, their travels. So I guess in some ways, mine is
funny.
kind of like that too, where it's like food. It incorporates some lifestyle elements. It includes like just narration of just the whole place itself. So it's a very interesting combination. Yeah, the reason why so people ask me why is it not like a typical mukbang where it just shoots at you and you're just eating the whole time. I mean, I could do it like that. It's very easy to do it like that, but there's a part of me that really enjoys travel. And I've always liked the idea of travel. So that's why wherever I go to restaurants, I always try to really capture that sense of adventure every restaurant I go to. So you understand what city we're in, what neighborhood, what, you know, the outside of the restaurant, the inside, telling the story, going into the kitchen, interviewing the chef. So it's really very comprehensive every episode.
Do you go there just like, do you ahead of time, do you always call the restaurant and be like, hey, can I come and do this? Or do you just walk in like, I'm going to do this and like, hey, can I talk to the chef? Like, how do you do it?
Okay, so I guess I'm going to tell you like an influencer secret right now. When you watch the episodes, it seems like I just walk into the restaurants and do my thing. And sometimes I do that, depending
do? Oh, okay.
Sometimes, depending on what restaurant it is. Maybe if it's like a fast food like In-N-Out or something. But usually with something like this, just so that you can have easier time shooting, it's I usually do contact the restaurant either by messaging them on Instagram or calling them in person and then making the arrangements and then showing up and then we're ready to rock and roll.
Was there a place where they rejected you? Or?
Oh, plenty of times.
There are.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I would say you can get about 75 to 80% of them, especially if your platform's big. But there are still some out there who are like, what do you do? You know, kind of like more of those mom and pop type of shops, or you know, they came from like China and they like, I don't even know what the social media thing is.
The one who doesn't understand the concept of what you're doing, probably.
So that's only one group, but then there's also the other group where it's like, we just have way too much business that we really don't need you type of thing. Yes, and those are like those really
like Nobu Sushi, these kind of places, I would think. I don't know.
You know, interestingly, I've contacted some franchises and some chain restaurants that were actually open to collaborations. So some of them are open to it. It just depends on who you're talking to. But certain ones, certain ones are just not into it. So, but you can get about probably 75% of them.
All right. And you've traveled, I saw your original videos, they were mostly in Japan, and there was one you did at the DMZ. In Korea. And then after that, I saw the burger one, like some old guy. Was he like a World War II veteran or something?
I think so, yeah. So when I went at the time, he was 93 years old on the grill.
Geez. So he'd be 98 now.
Yeah, I think he retired from what I understand just last year.
Oh, so he's still alive.
I think so. I can't confirm it. I think he's still alive, but the reason why that burger chain that burger restaurant was so popular was that he's just been on that grill for like decades, and even when I went there, he was still there, all 93 years old of him, just flipping burgers.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an attraction.
Wow. Have you been to New York, Doug's hometown?
I have, yes. Not for YouTube content, but I visited there one time about 9 years ago.
Do you visit other? I know, like obviously because of the pandemic, you had to do stuff locally.
Yeah.
Ever since like the pandemic's kind of like travel restrictions are over, have you gone traveling for your channel?
Yes, yes.
And where have you gone, and are there any good spots you would recommend?
Yeah. So when the whole thing happened in 2020, I kind of laid low for a little bit, just doing a lot of local content, and it was really like, I mean, that in itself was such a process too, trying to get into those restaurants when they were in that stage. But I have been to a few places that I thought was pretty fun. For example, I went to Houston about 2 years ago, captured a lot of like barbecue content, steakhouses, Mexican food, even Vietnamese food when I was there. And done Vegas content quite a few times, which is always popular on YouTube when you go to Vegas.
Oh, is it?
Yep, it's always popular, especially if you do like buffets and all you can eats. And
What's your favorite buffet in Vegas? Sorry to cut you
okay,
off.
no problem.
I'm partial to Bacchanal, but
Okay, I was gonna say Bacchanal for the attraction, and the taste is actually pretty good too for a buffet. There's also, I went to one recently too. I went to Palms, the one in Palms Casino too, the Ace Buffet. So they have the all-you-can-eat lobsters on Wednesday and Thursday nights. So theirs was actually pretty good too.
Isn't that your top video?
Yes, it is actually. It is.
I looked at your most popular. It was like all you can eat lobster. So that's the one.
That's the one, yeah.
Palms, gotta
Yeah.
go there then.
Wait, what's this? What's Bakano? What's goes?
Yeah,
It's
it's very famous.
Caesar's. It's relatively new. It's like past 5 to 10 years, I think it came out, but it's just like the highest quality. Just,
Oh, is it?
like buffet food you've ever?
Yeah.
And
Bougie buffet.
Yeah, it's
Yum.
huge. It's
So-
pretty expensive too. I
It
think it's
is.
like
Oh,
80
yeah.
or 90 or
Oh,
something.
really?
It's like
okay.
85, yeah.
So if you're not into lobster, you recommend Bakano instead of the Palms.
Well, I would recommend Bacchanal just because it's like walking into the Disneyland and buffets. It's-
Bacchanal gives you that feeling. Huh?
Yeah, like it's just like very high quality food and all you can
Really?
eat.
They had one like,
Like what,
that.
fillets?
Yeah, like steak and
Yeah,
all
but they
that
had
stuff.
those before, didn't they? There was one like 15 years ago at the Wynn or the.
They might have,
Uh-huh.
but
It wins
Well,
pretty,
is it-
I
pretty
think it's just
bougie.
like bigger, bougier.
It was pretty big and bougie then, so this is even more.
Even seems
Yeah.
like so,
Yeah.
right? Would it be number one?
Golden
on the biggest
steaks.
buffet. That's the tops.
Okay, so you mean just like kind of factoring a little bit of everything
Yeah.
inside?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. I mean, it is expensive. I
What
do
was it,
admit.
Bacchanal, you say?
Bacchanal.
Bacchanal, right?
Very
Yeah.
good
Bacchanal.
guess on the spelling,
Caesars.
Michael.
Well, I don't know.
Wow.
It
So
just
this
it
is-
seemed
yeah.
logical. You know, Bacchus.
Okay.
Bacchanal.
Yeah. So they have about 250 choices there, so there's no way you're going to be able to get
Doug,
through it
you've
all.
been there.
Challenge
I've been there
accepted.
once or twice,
Okay.
like a
Wow.
few years ago.
For $85, I will eat everything there.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know, man.
and they
It's-
allowed you to shoot the thing.
They allowed it because I
Mochi
made
donuts?
arrangements with the with their social media marketing team.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
and you know, actually, a little secret too. I actually got Mark Wiens into that buffet
Oh,
too.
you did? Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Any plans to travel to Asia at all, or back to Asia? I guess.
Yeah. It is on my radar to eventually go back to Asia. I'm not sure yet. What yet? For sure, I do want to go back to Japan again.
Japan.
Yeah, and possibly Taiwan. Yeah, but my next travel is actually going to be to Maui next month.
Oh, nice.
Maui.
Yeah. Yep.
Maui. Okay.
Yep. We're gonna capture a lot of content there too.
You already have all the places picked out, right?
Yes. Yeah,
And you have like a local guide there, probably.
no local guide, so I just had to just figure it out by myself. And once I land there, then just got to start going from one place to the next and just eating and shooting stuff.
Lots of garlic shrimp.
Yeah.
Jealous.
What's your favorite place? Top 5 place so far? You know that you would recommend us to go.
In LA.
Yeah.
In LA.
In LA or yeah.
Ooh. That's really hard to say.
Okay, how about what's your favorite burger spot in LA?
Burger spot.
Burger
joint,
spot.
burger joint.
Okay. So one that I went to recently that I thought was very good is called For the Win.
For the win.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen
Oh, you've
that.
been
Oh, I know what
I
that.
haven't
That's
been
like
there, but
near
I've seen
Hollywood,
it.
right?
Yeah.
I've
have-
been there before.
You've been there?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it good?
It's pretty good.
For the win.
Wait, what makes For the Win good?
It's the quality of their smash burger.
Oh,
so
smash burger.
They use very premium meats from what I heard. I don't know exactly what the mixture is, but it's kind of a. So it is a smash burger basically, but with a little bit of a chef's touch to it.
Right.
Yeah, but it's very once you bite into it, it's like wow, it's pretty mind blowing.
Is it? Okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
I've never been
So,
there.
but
I'm
there's
a
also
burger
one
guy.
at the one in downtown. What was that place called? That
The burger joint?
That huge food hall.
Oh,
Grand Central Market.
yeah.
That's it. Yep.
Grand
yep.
Central
yep.
Market.
They
Oh,
have
there's
one in there too. Yep.
Okay.
I like egg slut in that area.
You like
Yeah, that's the
egg
most
slut.
famous one.
You would.
in the Grand Market.
You like egg sluts.
Yes,
Okay.
I like egg slut.
Is it
The
because
restaurant.
of the ladder part, the slut part?
Their breakfast sandwiches are delicious, though.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't control the marketing campaign of restaurants. I'm
Right.
sorry.
So, have you heard of Next Burger?
Next burger.
NEXX.
I have. Yeah.
Have you been there?
Remind me. Where is it at again?
There's one in Downey, and there's one in Orange.
No, then I have not.
So it's kind of like an In-N-Out knockoff. I went there recently, like
Oh, okay.
last week.
That's pretty good.
The burgers are cheap, just like In-N-Out. But the quality seem
Better.
a little
Better?
better.
Oh,
Whoa.
really?
But the
Oh,
thing is, you
better
can
than
also add
In-N-Out.
like avocado and bacon.
okay.
Man.
And the burger sauce, the spread thing is a lot better.
Really?
And
Blasphemous.
you can also get Next fries, which is like the animal style fries.
Oh,
But
okay.
there's bacon. They also have chicken tenders. And
If you
anyway, highly
disagree and you love
recommended.
In-N-Out, Our
But you said
lawn's
there's
23.
only two places, one in Orange and one in
Downey. I went to the one in Downey.
Oh,
It was really. I highly
really-
recommend for.
But the fries were better. Were the fries better?
The
You said the
fries are
burger's
almost
better.
like curly fries, but they're straight. So like
with that
Pink's.
seasoning and the coating.
Yeah, Pink's.
Yeah.
It's not as seasoned as Pink's.
Yep.
But it's like a light curly fry taste.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They're straight. So and you can get the neck sauce with it.
Not that it's hard to have fries better than In-N-Out because
Yeah,
like
that's-
what
In-N-Out
the
is one
fuck
of,
is
yeah,
that?
In-N-Out is one
Those
of the
are just
best.
strings of potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there salt on there? I don't understand. How can it
think-
be
What
so
about
bad?
what about Korean food? What's your
Korean.
favorite
Our-
Korean spot?
Yeah, there's actually quite a lot in this neighborhood of Koreatown. So I think in terms of Korean barbecue, as much as I do like all you can eat, I'm willing to pay the extra money to
Always.
High quality.
really go
Yeah,
for
yeah.
high
Yeah.
quality.
Always.
So I would say probably my favorite one that I've been to in Koreatown was this restaurant called Jeongyukjang.
Jeongyukjeom is right over there at the Madang Mall.
Yes,
So
and
they have good quality. I heard.
yeah, I think they were the first ever Korean restaurant in Koreatown that serves a dry aged steak.
Yeah, I didn't even know about such a thing, but yeah. it
Yeah,
seems like
yeah. So they have this huge attraction
Right.
that's like this big tomahawk that's like $300, like a 50-day
Wait, isn't
dry
that
aged.
complex that
Yeah,
Madang.
Madang complex where they have
Western.
the CJ movie.
yeah,
CGV.
yeah, I think I've been there once.
Okay,
a
yeah.
while
So
ago.
Cheonggukjang is one of your favorites.
Yes, yes.
Because of that dry aged steak.
I would say, I mean, even their marinated kalbi is very good too. Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. It's really good. But I would say, yeah, if you can dish it out, then yeah, you got to get that dry aged steak, that tomahawk steak. Yep.
Yeah.
How about for a dish like, I don't know, 돼지갈비? Where do you go if you want 돼지갈비? Or
I know where you're thinking.
부대찌개 or
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. There is a restaurant that Chef Kang?
Yeah,
Oh, Chef Ken,
we're very
Kamchef
familiar
food,
with him
Kamchef
here,
food,
yeah.
Yeah. So I do like his restaurant too. Like Hanum is one of my favorite, kind of like more all around Korean foods.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then even he has this other restaurant too that's over here on 6th Street.
Yeah, he has a bunch of places, right?
Soul Night. That's right. It's like
So nice.
it's like on Wilshire and was it Kenmore or is that a shopping center where that boiling crab restaurant is at? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Like right across. I think it's like on 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like all the way at the top,
Oh,
basically.
okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So and then let's see, Korean fried chicken. I like Chimac Star.
I love
Chimac
Chimac
Star.
Star.
Yeah.
Their cheese powder thing
best?
is so good. In fact, I love it so much. I befriended their supplier, and he gifted me this huge bag of that powder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Chimac Star.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
place is delicious.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Ed actually shoots some of the mukbang too. You
Yeah,
saw
he
him.
made- he
I
made-
saw
Yeah,
some.
I mostly, I mostly tried to like.
in the mukbang,
I was mostly just like trying to highlight like Asian-owned restaurants and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
not that. You know,
Did you know about Pink's Hot Dogs had a Radio Korea dog recently?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
it was pretty
wow.
good.
Yeah,
It was pretty. It was actually really good.
good. Yeah, it was really
Yeah,
good.
he made a video. It
Yeah,
was
it was like a bulgogi.
it was a 9-inch stretch dog with
big guy.
was it sautéed onions,
Onions
and
and
green and
peppers.
red peppers
Yeah, yeah.
with cheddar cheese, grilled steak, bulgogi.
Oh, okay.
It was a very meaty
It was
dog.
very filling.
Was it
Did you
good?
have one, Doug?
No,
No.
It's tasty. Yeah, it's the
haven't
it's the
had
best.
Pinks in, like,
it's the best in the pinks.
years.
Stuff.
It was one of the better.
Yeah, I've never had any other pinks, but that one was delicious.
Oh, you never had any?
No.
That was the first time you've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
to
yeah.
Pinks.
I believe they still have it. You know.
With a different name.
No, it's
Is it
still
Rocco?
there.
Okay, Rock.
But you just don't get it for $9.99 anymore.
yeah.
Now it's like
Okay, the-
$12.95.
Wait, so
With fries, by the way.
I know you said you did like food stuff since Zanga and whatever, but what were you? How did you like say, oh, I'm gonna do this as like a, my vocation now? Like how did you make
okay.
that leap? Or what were you doing before that? And then
Okay, so I graduated from UCLA in 2005, and so the whole thing with me and Zanga was kind of happening between 2005 and 2008 or 9, something like that. Yeah, so of course, once Zanga kind of died out, I stopped doing that, and then I stopped posting these food contents on Zanga. I mean, I still liked food, but I decided just to concentrate on other things in life. So eventually, I went into seminary to train to become a pastor. So I am a part-time minister at a church right now. Yeah, so that's actually what I've been doing for grad school in between, and then going into ministry in 2017. And then around 2019, that's kind of when I thought of adding a hobby to what I do.
I see.
Just outside of what I do for work.
Yeah.
So that's how it kind of
it
came
started
together.
off as
So yeah, you're not going to meet too many people like me, actually.
Did you grow up in the LA area then?
Yes,
Or-
I
okay.
did. Yeah, I was born in Monterey Park.
Monterey Park.
Yeah, so my dad is Taiwanese Chinese and my mom is Korean.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, I was like Monterey Park.
alright.
I was like, wait.
yeah, Monterey
That
Park.
makes
is,
sense.
There's some
Chinese,
Korean
yeah.
people in Monterey Park.
No, I didn't see a lot.
There's some.
The
There's
half
some.
Taiwanese angle makes a
there
lot
are-
more
there are.
sense too.
Yeah.
Well, you said your
For sure.
your father's Korean and your mother's Taiwanese Chinese.
Okay, so my dad came from. He was born in Taiwan, but his family is from China.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so it was a very recent like going over into Taiwan. And then my mother's side, my grandparents were from North Korea, and then they moved into the South after the war happened or during the war, and then they moved to the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like a lot of
Yeah.
good food growing up.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So your dad's name is Cha?
Yeah. So my last name is actually of Chinese origin.
Cha.
Yeah,
Oh, I totally thought that was like
Korean.
Korean chop.
last
Korean
name.
chop.
it could be.
okay.
Yeah.
okay. So what's your mom's Korean?
Just tea.
So my mom doesn't have a typical last name either. So her last name is No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
N-O. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty.
Yeah,
It's common?
Yeah,
No
because
Myeon.
one of our former
No
presidents.
Two of them.
I mean, it's not a Kim, but yeah, it's
We've had two,
yeah.
we've had two
It's not a Park
presidents.
or Kim.
Yeah,
or,
or
pretty
Choi.
popular.
We've had two of
Yeah.
those presidents.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
like 3/4 of Korea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Zanga was mostly Asian oriented, right?
Yeah.
Or is it just
Was
in
it?
my
Okay.
thought?
It was
I
pretty
mean,
Asian.
It was
the only
pretty
people
Asian,
I
right?
knew that we used it were Asian.
We're Asians. Okay. I didn't know if I was like remembering it
I
incorrectly.
did. I was on Zanga from like 2000 to like 2006 ish.
Yeah, back when like we all had to be
2006.
like low key coders, you know what I mean? Like you had to learn like HTML.
HTML.
And you
Yeah.
can see who
Remember
checked
using
out
that.
your profile too.
Yeah, yeah. If you put that
Put that
counter
marker.
on
You
there,
gotta put the
yeah,
counter
yeah,
in there. You gotta put the with
Yeah.
the little with
I
the
didn't
little
realize
widget.
I got into some trouble. Anyway,
So they can track you down, huh?
And you got to figure out how to circumvent those with other means.
Yep.
but then after that, wasn't there Friendster, and then came MySpace? and then
MySpace came a little
Facebook?
after.
MySpace was like circa 2003, I think.
Yeah, it came
they
a
were
little
they're
after
pretty
Zanga.
kind of in
Yeah,
succession
same-
of each
same
other.
time.
So
Yeah,
Zanga
yeah.
was the first one that was kind of like a
It was
social
more like a
networking
blog
thing.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
more like a blog,
Like a Cyworld.
Like a side
Yeah.
world. So it was the Asians who started it.
I mean,
I
it
don't
wasn't,
know
we
if
did,
it's
the Asians
Asians who
didn't
started
start
it.
it, but the
Okay.
Asians
Asians
populated
used it.
it.
We for sure
Popularized
did.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
So
Our
you
own
grew
little
up in
website.
Monterey Park? I mean, when did you
Front
move? Did you
Avenue,
move to
guys, remember
K-Town at
that?
any point?
No, I never lived in K-Town before.
Oh, you never lived in
No,
K-Town.
so I was born in Monterey Park, but I was raised in the Montebello area until I was about 5, something like that, and then I moved to a neighborhood called Studio City.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I've been in kind of like in that area ever since.
So you've been in Studio City for like 35 years.
Yes, imagine that. Yeah,
Studio City is a pretty, chill place. It's right affluent area, right?
yeah. There's a lot of movie stars who live there. Yeah.
Do you find yourself connected more to your Chinese side or your Korean side or
American
feel
side?
You're just American? Like, what do you think?
Huh. Well, definitely when I was growing up, I would say I was more familiar with the Chinese side just because when I saw my
Monterey Park.
mom, it was more like visitations, obviously. Yeah, but then I think I started to learn more. I mean, I can't say like Korea, but more like the Korean American culture and social groups. When I went into UCLA, that's when I kind of
okay.
started
That
to
makes
hang.
During your college years.
Yes, and then I started to actually understand more of what Korean food is outside of barbecue. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot.
And then, did you learn Korean growing up, or you learned like afterwards, or did you learn Chinese growing Mandarin?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I spoke Mandarin a lot more. Yes, I did. Yeah. I don't speak it as much these days, but back then when I was growing up, yes. But Korean, not so much because my mom, she came here when she was about 9 years old, so she's very Americanized.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and just imagine somebody like her here in the 60s.
You're almost like 2.5 then
It
generation.
seems like so. Yeah, 2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, so she would speak to me in English, when I was growing up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That
makes sense.
So you didn't have a lot of chance to learn Korean.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not too late, right?
I'm planning on taking
Korean classes.
eventually, not right now, but
So no, never.
class. Yeah, exactly. Never.
Yeah, a lot of people have been
Gotta
taking
get on that
up
Duolingo.
the lesson because of the K-wave, right? A lot of
Yeah.
Because I see that happening. Some of the.
But I
second
also want to
gens.
learn Mandarin and Vietnamese as well.
So
Or
never.
other.
Yeah. That's
Never.
a lot. That is a lot of languages
Do
that
you
are very
understand
hard.
Chinese characters too?
I
Some of them?
don't know. Yeah, I didn't learn to write
Read or
or to
write,
read
okay.
any of
Your
that.
speaking
tough
is
part.
pretty decent then, though. I'm guessing you're Mandarin speaking.
I would say no, not really, because it's been a while.
Just to
that's
get
why.
around,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
If you don't use it, you lose it.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go to China, you could probably get by.
A little bit.
Survive. You could survive. Probably not like
Dui
carry on
Puchi,
like a
right?
long conversation or anything.
Maybe. Maybe I'll test it out one of these
Wichita.
days. Yeah.
Have you
But
been
you are going to
China?
Taiwan
I
soon,
haven't,
right?
no. Oh, actually, no. I take that back. I landed into China on a layover into Shanghai from Seoul, Korea. So it's from Seoul to Shanghai back to LA.
Oh, okay.
You did that because the flight was cheaper, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, once it said I could go to Korea, but I had to stop in Beijing first.
Yeah.
And why is it cheaper?
Which
for you
makes
to
no
China?
It is-
sense.
I know,
It
it's
is usually
crazy.
cheaper. It is usually
But it was only
cheaper,
like
yeah.
550 bucks round
Yeah.
trip, so I did it. But then on the way back, I'm
What?
like, oh shit, now I got to fly to Beijing, and then I can fly to LA.
Because even from Korea to LA,
I was planning
if you
on
stop
flying
by
to
San
both.
Fran, it's cheaper.
How much
Anyway.
time does
Yeah.
that add? Like 5,
Couple
6
hours,
hours?
right?
Yeah,
2-3 hours? Yeah.
no, because
Oh,
there's
you-
also the
okay.
layover
Oh, yeah.
time and then the extra flight time. Yeah, it's a few hours.
Damn.
Wait, why is it cheaper to fly into China?
Probably because
this-
there's less people that go straight from here to
Well, the thing
Beijing.
is,
thought there would be, like,
Asiana
all
and
this-
Korean Air were, like 700, 800 at the time, but it was like China Air that was like 550 ish.
So it's cheap.
So it was like a China special.
Because I thought it would
price.
have been like some sort of tariff that's going on nowadays with China.
I don't know. This was like 2018, so
Oh,
that's where I met that Chinese actress. She was sitting on the flight next to
So you
me,
met a
and we.
Chinese actress?
Yeah,
there's a lot of Chinese
I'll
actresses.
show you later. She's famous though.
She is.
I didn't think she was famous
Shang-Chi?
until I started showing all
Was
my
it Changji? Wow.
Chinese friends. They're like, "Oh wow, I know her. I know her."
Was it the one that disappeared for a couple of years?
No.
Did you,
she didn't- I don't know.
Did you strike a conversation with her?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were chatting the whole time.
Wow, that's great.
We still chat on.
Oh, you do?
Weixin.
And she's a famous actress right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Humble
saw her
brag,
ex-boyfriend
humble
on
bragger
Chinese
over here.
news. Big ugly dude. So, you know,
Okay.
you got a chance. Anyway,
You said it.
yeah. So back on track. So you're still in graduate school?
No, I'm done with that.
But
That
you're
was
still pastor.
yes. Yeah, I still do that to this day. Yeah.
Now nowadays with so much like YouTube, like food channels, even Radio Korea does like food videos.
Yes.
How do you? You're one of the few that can actually. That's made it, I think. Like
made it big.
how did you differentiate
yourself.
yourself from all these other channels? Like, what tips do you have for aspiring YouTube food people?
Do something different.
Eating was your passion since 2000. You said you did vlog.
Yeah.
Vlog and
It was more like a hobby back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say Rockstar Eater was a hobby that turned into an actual business. And of course, it's a blessing.
When did you?
that's
Yeah.
true.
At what point were you like, oh, this could be
Yeah.
a business? Because like before, you started it as kind of
Yeah.
like a hobby, right? More like something for
Yeah.
yourself. And
I guess when I first started Rockstar Eater, I had to really still think of it as a hobby in many ways. Like, with the hope that it would become something pretty big. Yeah, because if you just kind of treat it purely as a business, you will get burnt out over time. So my advice to people is if they want to start a food channel or just anything on YouTube, they have to really be interested in that topic.
Yeah.
To the point where they wouldn't even have to get paid to do it.
Yeah.
That's how much they have to be interested in it. Or if they're not, if they're just in it for the money, then they're
it's
just
probably
gonna.
not going to work out.
It's not going to work because I've seen a lot of people start and they just pretty much drop out after
Okay.
some time.
Many of them do.
And it's kind of sad because I actually did enjoy their content too, but they just did it and they just decided not to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say one of the keys to success is continually putting out like consistency. I mean, that's always what they say, consistency, right? And then another thing I would recommend is just to continually learn. So just to watch and see what's working, what's not working. So take chances too. But then what I found to be very helpful is concentrating on things that are highly searched for on YouTube and social media. There are a lot of tools out there that will tell you, yeah, this topic, people are searching for this, people are searching for this, they want the answer to this question. So if you can kind of target that, then then a lot of times you will have some pretty decent performing videos, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mukbang is highly competitive. That's what
It
I've
is,
heard.
yeah.
And do you tend to like overeat sometimes because of mukbang? There was this huge. Did you see that Filipino
Yeah.
YouTuber
Yep.
ate chicken and
He had fried chicken,
fried
but
chicken.
he also had underlying heart condition.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And he died the next day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I think the Philippine government said that we might consider banning all mukbang altogether.
Oh,
You know,
Wow.
so
Okay.
because of this.
Yeah, this happened like last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah. See,
to
that's
the
why I want to kind of be careful not to tell people that it's a mukbang channel, even though
okay.
I think a lot of people perceive it that way. But I would say it's more kind of like a food restaurant showcase channel where it's not about me just trying to finish everything at the table. You'll see in the videos that there's a lot at the table. There's like anywhere from 5 to 10 dishes at the same time, but I don't actually eat all that food.
Okay.
So what I do is I would eat to how I feel comfortable with, and then the rest I would just take it home and either give it away to family or just kind of eat a little bit as leftovers. So I'm not like just trying to stuff myself just for fun like I was in an eating competition. Although I do know people who do
Nothing
that.
wrong with that either.
There's famous
Yeah.
like Korean girls who's like slim and
Really?
very nice looking girls.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
She orders like 8 burgers and she finishes it on the.
There's like a lot of Japanese
And
people who do that
Yeah,
too.
and
like
I was
the
wondering
hot
whether
dog
that's
eating
edited, but
contest.
you're saying that it's not edited. They finish it, right? They
Some of them,
actually
no.
eat 8
There
of
was
them.
actually a controversy where some of them, like, what was the one big Korean girl, Hemi?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
She and a couple other people were like accused that they were not eating it.
Oh, okay.
And then the parts where they spit it out were just edited out. So then she started doing like no edit one shots to be like,
to
but it
show
still
that she
didn't
actually eats
disprove that she wasn't doing that before, you know. So, and then there's people like Reina is crazy who like
Yep.
shovels food in her mouth
I know,
and she's
yeah.
tiny and she like eats
Yeah.
it so fast.
Oh,
and
you
I'm
must
like,
know her.
Yeah, I can attest that she's real.
Yeah,
She's
she's
real?
real.
She doesn't spit it
Yeah.
out. She actually really does it.
Yeah, because
It is actually crazy.
Yeah, she is crazy.
Yeah.
She's hilarious.
I thought it was all fake. Because
No.
how could such a tiny human being stuff
Metabolism.
herself with all that? You know,
There's another end it
The
comes
amount is
out of.
just amazing. You know, I've never ate like that amount when I was super hungry. So, but apparently it's real, right?
It's
yeah,
real,
a lot of
yeah.
them, yes.
Yep.
A lot of them also aren't.
It's
you know,
just
we don't know.
biology.
Like that.
But it's entertainment, you know. So like whatever works.
So it's like that chestnut dude, right? The hot dog champ, right? He just shovels it
Yeah.
in like.
Oh,
50 cents.
Takayashi. He just
Takayashi.
recently retired because his health is fucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was just recently on a documentary I watched where he said that he no longer gets hungry. He like barely tastes anything.
Man.
And then he got his health checked up on it, and it is not good. So he retired from competitive eating, and he's
Yeah.
like, "I've been doing this for 25 years." He's like, "I don't know what else to do." I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
He's another skinny dude. He was considered the Michael Jordan of hot dog eating for a
Yeah.
while before Chestnut took
I used to
over.
watch that guy every year during the Nathan's hot dog eating
He just
contest.
moves around
I used to
when
be
he
like,
eats.
"I could do that. I could do that."
You could, but
could.
then now you'd end up.
I'd probably be dead.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So, Steve, do you eat any like exotic food? Like I saw a show in Japan where two guys they went to go to some exotic restaurants,
Yeah.
and there was a place where they were eating like salamanders and even bugs on pizza and fried bugs that taste like
on
popcorn. Do you do any exotic? Do you have any exotic tastes?
I
Or you like
mean,
standard burgers and pizza?
okay, I would say
I'll stick with
that
burgers and pizza.
I'm not standard burgers and pizza, but at the same time, it's not like I go out looking for like
Shock content.
bats and snakes
yeah.
to
Like Fear
eat.
Factor.
Yeah, but I have tried some things on my channel that no average American
That is a
would want to
delicacy.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example,
Century eggs.
you know, like in Filipino cuisine, the balut.
Oh,
Oh,
you
okay.
tried it? I want to. I
I've
want
eaten
to, but
it,
I'm
yeah.
What
so
is the
scared.
balut?
These are like baby ducky embryos in eggs, right?
Yeah,
and you
that are,
break
like,
the shell
fertilized or
and you
something.
mash the duck and you eat it, right?
Did you try
And
it?
from what I
No.
hear, the consistency is like a yolk,
Yeah.
but it's just like you see this head
Yeah.
and you see this like baby
see
duck.
it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
But
Oh,
from what I understand, it has the consistency of like a hard-boiled
Yeah.
yolk.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like a yolk. It
So
looks
it does taste like a
duck.
yolk.
It,
Did
it-
you try
It
it?
looks like
I did.
the embryo.
And how,
Yes,
how
it
did it
is,
taste?
'cause
It tastes nasty.
no. Okay, so the taste wise, it has no real taste. It just kind of melts in your mouth. But it's just a thought of it that I think was kind of
yeah.
challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually do see it like
You
right in
liked
there.
it.
I haven't tried it. I want to.
Only
but
you've
I'm
tried it.
scared.
You haven't tried it. Only you. Wow.
Because-
I was offered it, but I said no.
Oh, really?
In the
You've been to
Philippines.
Philippines,
I said, "What's that smell?" They're like, "Oh, it's balut. Try. I go, "No,
Yeah,
no."
yeah.
I know what
Especially
it
with
is.
like this like little vinegar sauce they put on
Yeah.
it and stuff.
Yeah.
I hear it's delicious, but
Yeah.
like I also ate like that place Wurstkoosh or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wurstkoosh or whatever. One time I ate like a rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake.
Sausage and 2 bites in, all of a sudden I couldn't stop thinking about the fact that this snake sustained its living eating rats and
Rats,
mice.
yeah.
And then I was like, oh my god, I'm eating rats and mice, and all of a sudden I started feeling nauseous and stuff. So like that's why I'm scared to try balut, because like my brain is crazy.
Yeah, just by looking at Doug's reaction, I don't think you take so much.
Yeah, you're like
risk on
almost
eating
green almost.
Maybe you keep
I'd
it
eat
simple, right?
Would you eat balut again?
When
I ate foie gras. That was pretty good.
Yeah, foie gras good.
Foie gras good.
Yeah, if they can make it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They banned it for a while in LA, and then they unbanned
Did
it.
they ban it?
Is it unbanned now?
Yeah, it's unbanned.
Yeah, because foie gras fries became like really popular like 10 years ago. And they're like, oh, we can't
Right.
ban this.
So would you eat balut again?
Would I eat balut again?
Like willingly,
Okay.
happily?
Willing.
I don't know
happily?
if I would actually search out for it. You
Yeah.
know, just like, hey, I'm gonna pay my hard-earned $5 for it. But if the occasion calls for it, I can't say that I would rule out the possibility.
Sure.
Because
I
you
w-
didn't hate it, right?
I didn't hate it. The taste, there was nothing wrong with the taste
But
of it.
visually,
It was just-
kind of
yeah.
But visually-
disrupts you, right?
Yeah.
It's just kind of in
Because
the
then,
mind.
like, you eat it with
Yeah.
like a spoon too, so you're just like digging
Yeah.
into this like bird's head. I'm so
But
sorry
if,
for people who eat
if the
balut.
taste isn't that great, then it's just
Yeah,
kind of
why-
like, why even go
Exactly.
through
If the taste
go
is
through the trouble
good
of
enough, you would
eating it?
try it. But
Nutrition?
Like if it was like really good, like foie gras is, then I'd be like, okay, I get, you
Mm-hmm.
know, why we torture these geese by stuffing them with whatever, because it actually tastes
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
But with this thing, it's just like, it doesn't even taste like anything, and it's kind of weird.
But like with some of the accoutrements I hear, it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Egg sometimes on its own is a little bland, but a little bit of salt.
Well, why don't I just take
sauce.
those accoutrements and put them on an egg and eat that?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway, are you working on any other projects now?
as in like what? Any other?
I don't know. Maybe you're gonna do. I mean,
Hawaii.
you're going to Hawaii soon, so you're gonna make more videos. Do you have any plans to do like maybe start a church or I don't know, like go on a mission trip or?
You mean like outside of the food?
Yeah.
No, I mean right now I'm just very working just with the local church right now. Like we just had a retreat just very recently with the youth group, and then we're having a VBS this coming Friday. So there's really nothing too ambitious on my part. Like I want to go out and plant a church or something. At least that's not the calling right now.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just.
But that's pretty honorable, you know.
So you're happy doing what you do?
You're a youth
Yeah.
pastor? Are you a youth
Yeah,
pastor?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a mostly Asian congregation church?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Korean,
so
right?
it's Korean American.
Oh, it's Korean.
Korean American.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me there's good potluck food there, right? You joined a church with good food, right?
Yeah, they have very nice food. Yeah, I can actually say they make very nice food on Sundays.
every
Korean church
Sundays-
potlucks are the best. Every
Yeah.
week you just get to eat japchae. That's enough for me.
I think Korean churches are probably the only churches that give you food on Sundays.
Black
right?
churches.
Black
No.
churches
Yeah,
do
a lot
too.
of southern
Okay.
black churches
Oh,
do,
okay,
and
they
their
do too.
potlucks are
You know,
fire.
we've had stuff like salongtang before, and like
God.
gamjatang. Yeah, we've had that
Wow.
before. Yeah, it's just one of the parents or one of the grandmothers just need to step up, and they need to go into the kitchen and do it.
Is it a big church? Like, say, if someone just like didn't go to the service and just showed up for potluck, would someone notice?
Well, I mean, I think some.
Usually
I'm just
they take
kidding. I'm
turns,
just kidding.
right?
Don't answer
People
that.
take
Don't
turns
answer
to
that.
make food, right?
Yeah,
That's what I
they take
understand.
turns. Yeah, they have to
That's
because
Ed's new business proposition.
Because
The
it's like-
church without the church on Sundays.
A restaurant.
yeah, it's just a lot of work for just one person to do. So they'd have to rotate people in the kitchen, basically. Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. All right. So, what was it like at the North Korean border?
Oh wow. It was interesting.
What year was it, by the way?
This was 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
2019.
So it's about 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
that was the place with the burger place? Or
The
that was somewhere else?
93-year-old.
that was in L.A.
Oh, that was in
Oh,
LA.
okay.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah, the
asking
old
about
burger guy. I thought that was in Japan, Korea.
No, his first videos were in Japan and Korea,
Korea.
and then his first food video was the
okay,
burger
okay.
guy. Yeah.
What did you eat when you were at the border?
Okay, so one of the tours that South Korea is very popular for is the DMZ tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys been on that tour before?
No, but I've seen
I've
the
been there.
tour
I've been there
buses with
before.
like
Yeah.
the photos on the
I've been there.
side.
Okay. Yeah.
But now you have to, 1 month in advance, you have to reserve your spot. I think.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it so
Yeah.
popular?
And
for,
I
like,
think they do
background check?
background
Oh,
check
okay.
too. That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it was fun
I
because
would never be able to go.
I mean, okay, because I'm into that kind of stuff. So they would basically pick you up in Seoul or wherever you're staying at, and then you would take a bus ride to the DMZ, and then you would look at a few of the, I guess, wherever centers around. That's where that line is, and I think, yeah, they even took us down into the tunnel where you would go really deep down, and I guess these were the tunnels that were being built like by North Koreans to try to invade the South or something like that.
I mean, 땅굴, huh?
Yeah, but see, this is where it becomes so surreal because even down there at the tunnel, there's like this barricade that's just right there, and that's like the dividing line saying you cannot cross this barricade. And once you cross, you're pretty much into North Korea. It's like, wow, this is pretty intense. I mean, it was a peaceful tour, but at the same time, you just notice that there's something kind of unsettling about that situation that you just feel when you're there.
The armed guards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Armed guards on both sides.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, when I went to the DMZ from the south side, they were like, "You guys got to be careful. Don't put your arms out of the window." This was '95 though,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, what's gonna happen?"
Yeah, I
Like,
feel like
they were like, "Be very scared." Like, so I got really scared there, and then about 20 years later, I went from the northern side. This is back before they banned travel, before the U.S. banned travel to North Korea, and then I went on the northern side. And it was just like, hey, yeah, so just go over there, walk over there. It was like no big deal for them.
Yeah.
And then,
Watch your arms, though.
yeah, no, so
I
it was
think that
like,
was being overly dramatic, right? On the south
yeah,
side.
so that was like a shock to me because I'm like, in the South, it was so like, you got to be, like, we were scared. And then in the North, it was just like nothing. They were just like, yeah, you can go up there. So even that building where Kim Jong-un and Trump
Yes.
shook hands,
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So
that
you-
building, I was there.
So you went from the north side, right? You
Yeah,
said,
so I was like, oh, that's where they shook hands. And then they're like, yeah, you can go up the building. I'm like, oh, really? I can? They're like, yeah, go ahead. So I'm just walking. I'm like,
is this a trick? Is this a trick?
I see all the cameras from the south side pointing at me. So I'm just, and they're like, hey, the Americans are watching you. And they were like laughing. So I just went like,
So if Trump and Kim Jong Un meets again, Doug, I think there is a possibility for you to go there. It's gonna be okay. I
Nice.
think.
Wow.
Nice. I'll be giving them high fives on the summit.
yeah.
And we never heard from him again.
But yeah, but do you go to Las Vegas regularly since you said Vegas
It
content
seems
as well?
like,
it seems like you
I
go
get
there
that
pretty
impression
regularly.
that you go there a lot.
It's easy place to go, right?
Yeah, it takes about like 4 hours if you drive fast enough to get
Yeah.
there. With that
It is
stop
such
at
a
Barstow and
boring
stuff.
drive, though.
It is.
Oh my
yeah.
god, it's
man.
excruciating.
Yeah.
It's just like straight, and you're like, please help.
Yeah, so I would say I go there about maybe twice a year.
Twice a year.
Not
That's normal.
Not that often.
You
Yeah.
gamble,
Yeah.
right?
no, I don't
Oh,
gamble.
you gamble. Okay.
Faster.
Just for food.
Yeah, I just go just for food. I mean, sometimes I would do the entertainment too if it's part of the,
show?
program.
Okay.
Yeah, because my YouTube video. Okay, here's the thing about my YouTube channel where a lot of it is food, but then I've also have times where I create these very long travel documentaries that's about like an hour and a half.
Oh, you make
Oh,
those.
wow.
That combines everything like food, attractions I've been to, sightseeing. So it's like this one big package of a video. And I actually did that with New Orleans just a few months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so whenever I go out of town like that, I like to do food content, but then I would also like to go to places that are like those, must visit places for traveling.
Yeah, like the beignet place in New Orleans.
Exactly. Or like the plantation, out in Vacherie, which is, west of New Orleans. Yeah, so with those, I just hop on the bus, film the stuff too, and just say, hey, we're traveling. Let's see some alligators together in the swamp. And We just do it. Just have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I had alligator once in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, alligator's
food.
delicious,
it
but I
good?
wouldn't be near them. I've seen horror movies. We don't survive.
I don't want to be eaten by one.
Yeah.
I want to eat them.
Yeah.
By the way, on your next trip to Vegas, you got to stop by that place I always see, the billboard, Peggy Sue's Diner, 50s Diner.
Peggy Sue's 59.
Where's that at?
I don't know.
On the way to Vegas, in like the
Like
middle
right
of the
outside.
desert.
Oh yes,
There's all these billboards.
Yes,
like,
I know what you're
Peggy
talking
Sue's
about.
1950s Diner.
Yep, I've seen it before on the way there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And let's
Okay.
check out Zizek's Road.
Zizek.
Oh, it's
That
like
one
this
messed
weird,
up
like,
road. It's called ZZYZX.
Oh yeah.
I got off there once just to be like, what is here?
Yeah, how was it?
Freaking flat tire.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
And then I was stuck in the desert for hours. But
Oh,
anyway,
no.
like, 'cause
Yeah,
this was-
that's the idea. The
That's
I
how
know,
they
I felt like-
sustain
jackals
their.
come in
Yeah.
and kill you.
That's how horror movies
I
start.
felt like that was intentional. They're like, because people are going to be curious about Zizek's. Let's pop people's tires here, and then
So you must have felt
Eat their
really.
carcasses.
I got home like 10 hours later. But anyway, yeah. So Peggy Sue's Diner. I always wondered about that.
But did you want some Vegas food recommendations?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Here is one that I think is very good that a lot of locals love to go to too. There's this all-you-can-eat Japanese barbecue called 888 Japanese Barbecue.
888.
Yeah, 888.
Yeah, the
Chinese.
jankier the number, the better it is usually. Like the jankier the name, I mean.
trying to
It's a
attract
very
Chinese
Chinese
people.
thing, right?
Yeah.
With the 888.
8 is a lucky number in
Yeah,
China,
right.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because although I haven't seen it, but they told me that at peak times they've had waits up to like 4 hours just to eat at that restaurant. They have to put their name on the waiting list and everything. But I would say that's one of the best Asian
Is it?
all-you-can-eat barbecue
Wow,
restaurants I've been to.
okay.
Like anywhere. Yeah. Anywhere.
Have
Like
you ever heard of Lotus of Siam?
I have, yes, but I haven't had a chance to go there yet.
Okay.
Thai food,
come-
huh?
Yeah, that's
come you
a
know
lot
so
of poker
many?
players.
Oh, do they go there?
Swear by it.
How about you?
Okay.
I'm not really into Thai food, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
alright.
Okay. All right.
So it's Japanese, but
Oh,
they
'cause
have
you don't
like
like
Korean
spicy.
stuff too, like LA
That,
galbi,
I mean, I only get. I
Yeah,
only
it's
get the
owned by,
pad see
I
ew
think, a
pretty
Korean
much.
guy, yeah.
wasabi.
It's good.
It's so good.
But it's not
Wow.
like
Okay.
No, it's so good.
it's all right.
I thought
No,
Vegas
Doug,
buffet
it's good. No,
usually
it's
are
good.
cheap, but it's not, huh?
It's not anymore.
Wasn't it cheap
It was a
back in
long
the
time
day,
ago. There was like
right?
$4.95
That's what I
prime
heard.
rib.
Why is it so pricey now? It
Where?
used to be like super cheap, right? The
don't
Vegas
know.
hotel buffet.
Greed.
That's what a lot
I
of
mean,
my
I don't know why it's so
friends
It's
pricey.
inflation.
You can't blame Gavin Newsom for this one.
Okay,
Oh, boy.
you're right.
Oh yeah, it's you need some
Used
money
be
to eat in
cheap. Yeah,
Vegas,
I know.
but
Now-
I do
now
know.
you do.
You know, I actually came across a pretty good cheap eats buffet in Vegas just very recently. So there is actually a Mediterranean buffet in Vegas for $18. You get 30
Nice.
selections, like all the the beef kubide, chicken kubide. They even have Indian food like tandoori chicken.
Ooh.
They give you like a piece of lamb shank too. It's pretty good for $18.
Where is it?
It's in Las Vegas. It's called Chickpeas Mediterranean.
Chickpeas Mediterranean.
Yeah, so it's west of the strip.
Doug, do you go to Vegas often? You
I go like
must.
once or twice a year ish.
And play poker.
Well, this time, I mean, not like, I mean, we talked about this 2 months ago. I went for EDC. but
EDC, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
You've
yeah,
never been
yeah.
to EDC, right?
What's that?
He's a pastor.
Electric Daisy Carnival.
No,
It's
I
an
don't know
EDM
what that is.
festival.
It's like a rave thing where
It's like an
people go
EDM
and party
festival.
and do
Yeah.
drugs
Oh,
and stuff.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, got it.
He's like, yeah,
Not everyone does drugs.
The
but
drugs isn't
90%,
necessary, yes.
I'd say.
I would say
Isn't that the
you're
purpose
under
of it?
the influence of something like
'Cause
95%.
I don't think you can listen to that music with sober mind. With
You're either drunk
right?
or you're stoned
I
or
listen to
you're
it just
rolling.
fine, but okay.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
listen
okay,
to
I don't
EDM
know.
driving
Oh, you
sometimes.
do?
You know?
Okay,
I do, yeah, I do listen
Yeah.
to it like sober, but
All right. So what's the wildest thing you've
you've done in Vegas.
done anywhere? And like, have you ever? I don't know.
What was your
based-
favorite show in Vegas?
My favorite show, the recent one I went to was it was in MGM Grand. It was the circus, the Ka. There we go.
Yeah. That's a good one.
COQUE?
K-
Is that how they spell it?
K-
K-A.
Oh.
Circus.
Yeah,
the
there was,
Okay.
there was no
Cirque du
there was
Soleil.
no k at the end.
Okay. No, I thought that was a weird. Okay. What's it called?
Ka.
It's just Ka, K.
K.
K.A.?
Ka. Okay.
Okay, it's a famous one.
I went to a few of the Cirque du Soleil stuff, so yeah, I think that's.
I
think
saw
I
the
went to
O
f-
thing. Didn't really.
the O too.
couldn't
Wait,
really-
isn't
Oh,
MGM
oh,
Grand the
show.
one that's closing?
No. That was I think it's Tropicana or something.
Is it the Tropicana?
Yeah, that's closing. Yeah,
Canada's gone, isn't it?
it's gone. Yeah,
What's the most recent?
No, there's one. Which one's the one that had the Beatles Cirque du Soleil?
Mirage.
Oh, Mirage.
Mirage
They
is
just
closing?
announced they're
Yeah, they're
closing.
closing.
Mirage is
Yeah,
closing.
they just announced it
Wow.
like a month or two ago.
That used to be the hot thing in the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be
Now it's
no-mo.
I mean, that's generally the Vegas hotel life cycle.
Right.
Around 20 to
Splash
30
show was
years.
good. Splash, have you heard
No.
Splash? It was pretty good there.
Maybe that's
okay.
O. O was
no.
pretty
Yeah,
splashy
O-
with lots
O
of water.
is a different one. Yeah, but O is more
Alright.
famous. I think O is probably the most famous show. I think.
I don't recommend it,
Was
but
it
then
boring?
I'm not very artistic, so I couldn't
Okay.
comprehend
Aren't
it.
they
I guess.
doing the skating thing and stuff like that, right? In the
No,
O
it's just
show?
a lot of water. And
Okay.
I fell asleep for a couple times, but I try to stay awake because it was
you spend so
expensive.
much.
And I'm just like, is this like Emperor's New Clothes? Like, you know,
Okay.
am I?
No.
And then everyone's like all cheering, and I'm like, shit, I'm the dumbass. Okay. Anyway, so you planning on? We got to wrap up now, but are you planning on checking out any other places? Like, you know, there's a lot of Korean communities, like in Atlanta, and there's like a community in Chicago, Seattle, Virginia. You gonna visit those places, or how do you choose? What are you gonna do?
I think it's just I choose based on what seems most interesting to me at the time. Yeah, so
For like a food angle or like a travel angle?
yeah, I would say a combination of both. So, well, first of all, I have to figure out whether it's going to do good on YouTube or not.
Okay.
So there is a business element to it too, where I have to figure out, okay, is this a highly searched for city? Is the food always searched for there as well? So, yeah, that's one of the ways I determine whether I go somewhere or not. But yeah, I do have some plans eventually.
Is
Maybe
a lot of your subscribers and followers, are they Asian? Do you know?
I think they are because
They are
every
a
time
lot.
I'm in public and they meet me,
They're
it
all
seems
Mostly
like
Asian people?
They're mostly Asian people, yeah. So
okay.
yeah, I haven't had too many like like really like white people come up to me and just
Yeah.
like
Definitely,
hey.
you got to definitely go to Northern Jersey then at some
Okay.
point.
Okay.
For
You
the Korean
you're
food
planning
there.
to go to Japan?
That's on my to-do list. I'm not sure when yet, but I hope to go back there someday. But like even in the U.S., there are other cities I would love to visit too because I've never been there. Like, I mean, I've been to New York City, but I would like to go again.
Yeah.
I'd love to possibly go to Washington D.C. Would love to go to even Chicago, possibly even like Orlando or Miami. So these are all still like kind of hopefully to do someday.
Man, the Chinese food in New York is delicious. Though. Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
The Hong Kong
Yeah.
dim sum
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it's really good there.
and like the dumplings as
Yeah,
well.
for sure. You have to check that out. And the bakeries are delicious.
The
Better than
bagels
Hong Kong or
in New York.
No, yeah. But
New
the
York.
Chinese bakeries are also delicious.
Is it?
But also
Yeah.
the pizza and the bagels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York pizza.
Anyway, yeah, pizza, right. Steve Cha, thank you so much for coming in. It was great to learn about, how you started, and thanks for doing a collaboration with us last week. And
Yes.
we hope your channel grows to, 15 million.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And when that happens, of course you'll stop by here
Get
again.
us some
Okay.
free food. That's
All right.
And then maybe we'll do some. Do you drink?
Sometimes.
You
Yeah.
do.
We could do like a 술 먹방, huh?
Okay.
All of us.
Soju mo.
Five
Pastor
dudes.
after all,
Soju
pastor.
mo.
You gotta
Yeah.
remember that.
So anyway, you guys got any?
Well, yeah. No, thank you. That was
I
really.
asked all the questions.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Very
to
informational.
figure out what those tools are that you use to figure out YouTube search and all that. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming in, and wish you all the best. And we're gonna check out your channel. Don't forget to check out Rockstar Eater
Rockstar Eater.
on YouTube,
YouTube.
and Instagram.
Instagram is
Rockstar
also
Eater.
Rockstar Eater. The name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
He's got Twitter, but it's Rockstar_Eater. Was it?
He doesn't
got-
use it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on that one.
I just
Right.
checked out his BHC, right? The
Yes.
one that you tried at Chapman.
Yes.
Oh, you tried at Chapman. Okay. I only went by the one by the Grove. Okay. All right. Well,
It's tasty.
Mr. Cha, thank you for coming in, and we'll see you again some other time.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Steve.
much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, guys, and we'll see you next time on Ktown Tonight. Next episode, we're going to talk more politics
Okay.
because, Doug is here, and if Doug
I could
is here.
talk other things except politics. What are you talking
No,
about?
but that's your specialty, and so we're going to talk politics next episode, and
No. You're in a box now.
Yeah. And we'll see you on the next episode, guys. Don't forget to follow us, Ktown Social Club
Smash the
on
like
YouTube and Instagram. Like, subscribe, leave comments, smash the notification
Bell.
thing. Share this with all your buddies. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Koreatown tonight.
Did I say K-Town tonight?
Yeah, I said Koreatown Social Club.
Oh, shit. I messed up. Okay. So you got to head back to what, Studio City?
Yeah.
That's not too bad, huh?
It,
It's pretty good.
yeah, I mean, if the traffic is not that bad, it only takes about maybe like 20 minutes from here.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but since it's a Monday, you know, it's not terribly bad. But
Yeah.
if this was like Thursday or Friday, yeah, it would be pretty bad.
1 hour.
Probably like 40,
It's
45
kind of like
minutes.
let's say it's like kind of feels like a college town a little bit. Studio City.
A little bit, yeah. I know camping consultant there, so I go there every month.
I used
really?
to go there a lot because rehearsal with other actors and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. So you're familiar with
okay.
Ventura Boulevard?
I think so. Is that like the strip where there's like a lot of like auditions and stuff?
So that's like the main road in Studio City. Ventura Boulevard starts kind of around the Universal Studios area.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it goes all the way into Woodland Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.